Hi guys, welcome back to my XVS guide. Now I'm gonna review Reno, so let's start from his stats. I can say that his stats is amazing but also bad at the same time. Okay, first for the normal form, I can say it is really good because like you can see that he gets nice health, defense and spirit. So yes, he is really tanky as an attacker. And on normal form, he is a physical DPS, and he can also get really high 290% if you equip him with mace. Okay, but like you know that mace is not a good two-handed weapon, so maybe you want to use other weapon type, but by using other weapon than mace, you will only get 220% boost, but that's still very okay. Okay, actually you can get like 250% if you don't equip mace, because your attack boost also come from cloth. Okay, so on normal form there is not much problem, but on brave form, wow, like you can see that you lose all the health, defense and spirit boost, which make him okay normal DPS. And yes, he becomes mage on this form, but you need to equip fist to get 140% magic boost. So sure, you can equip other weapon, but that's only 90% magic, which is pretty low. And like you can see that he only gets 200% through double hand magic, so it's not like you have spare ability slot for him. Okay, and maybe the special thing about Reno is he has preemptive breaks, but again I'm not sure how much useful this gonna be, because I believe if the enemy has preemptive attack, they gonna attack you first before you break them. Okay, so it's not that useful as it sounds like preemptive cover, but again I'm not sure about that. Maybe I'm gonna wrong. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. So that's all for these stats. Now let's take a look on the normal form. So on the normal form, he is the chainer and breaker like on the past, but yes, I can say that let's just forget his 7 stars DPS abilities, because they do little damage. But right now on Neo Vision, he gets strong chaining attack. Okay, first is Stardust Ray Chain. It deals 85 times lightning damage to single target. So yes, it's above average, but again, let me remind you that Reno doesn't have 100% chain modifier cap, which true double hand characters should have. So sure, it is good, but not gonna be amazing damage. You can actually combine this Stardust Ray Chain with Aurel Ray Chain on Dark Vision to get easy 100 chain. Okay, but again, it's kind of limited because the attacks are locked to lightning, so I think it's better to use other characters to do this. But if let's say the enemy weak against lightning and you fight human or machine, then yes, Reno is good Dark Vision character for that purpose. Okay, dealing damage and building your chain hit count. And yes, he has breaks, but it's only 80% on the first turn. Okay, AoE 80% all stats break with 120% lightning imperil. It is perfectly usable on today's standard, but again, we already have spammable 85%, so 80% maybe that was good on the past, but right now I can say that the standard is 85%. Yes, 80% is still usable, but let's simply use 80%. Okay, he also has self buff, but nothing so special. Okay, only attack magic boost, faster ABV rate, and 20% lightning physical magic damage to himself, so nothing amazing, okay? And for the limit burst, I can say this limit burst was amazing on the past, okay? Because back then we still don't have many characters who able to use 85% breaks, but right now we have Loren, and remember they also gave us free Gilgamesh. Okay, Gilgamesh able to do 85%. Okay, so yes, pretty good for Gilgamesh. But for Reno, I don't think it is his main selling point because it is still good breaks. Okay, it is AOE 84% breaks. If you don't have real breakers on your party, this still gonna be useful. But for most veteran players, you don't even bother with him for the breaks because yes, it's 1% less than the average number. Okay, but this limit burst is still good because it imperil lightning resist by 130%. So yes, it is the meta number. So yes, if you want to use lightning element, Reno can become good characters for your party, especially if your breaker is limited to like 85%, not Cacturia 87%, only 1% difference. I can say, yeah, you can still use him as a breaker and a character that able to imperil lightning resist. And remember, this limit burst only require 20 limit burst crystals, so I can say that you can spam this easily, especially if you build his limit burst regen per turn into 12 limit burst regen per turn. Okay, so that's all for the normal form. Now let's take a look on the Brave Shift form. So on Brave Shift form, he becomes Tech Chainer. And Tech Chainer was really special on the past, but right now I can say it's good, but maybe not that needed that much. But still, this tech chain from Reno is actually, I can say, a little bit special because from what I can remember, most tech chaining abilities are single target. Okay, maybe there was AOE tech chain, I cannot remember. I checked the wiki. Okay, and the tech chain page still only single target, but this Reno, it is AOE tech chain. So maybe on the future you need this. Who knows? Okay, you kind of run out of slot against AOE enemy and you want to bring another finisher. At that time, Reno can be used. Just remember, okay, it is AOE tech chain, which is quite special. And remember, he is quadcaster, so this can deal like 27 hits. Okay, tech chain, which is nice. And for the limit burst, I can say don't bother for the damage because like you have seen before that yes, he has low limit burst damage boost passive, and yes, it is unlike he has lots of spare abilities. You still need to build his true double hand magic chain modifier cap. So yes, let's just forget this limit burst. Okay, basically the reason you use this limit burst is for the imperil 125% wind and earth. Okay, so that's all for the Brave Shift form. Now let's talk about equipment. So for equipment, I can say that make sure you grab the exclusive equipment for Reno from the event. But again, maybe you want to use other two-handed weapon, okay, to boost his damage through weapon modifier. Because yes, by not equipping mace, you only lose like a little, okay. You still get 200% attack boost, which is still pretty decent, okay. But for the Brave Shift form, you really need to equip Fist, because without Fist, you only get 90% magic, which is wow, pretty low, okay. And yes, I think that's all you need to know about DPS Reno, but I still think that he should become your support. Okay, I mean breaker. That's why it's better to make him have nice LB regen. Basically, make sure you're able to cast your limit burst every time you need it. Okay, so let's say you need to dispel the enemy, then make sure you have high faster ability rate and limit burst regen. But yeah, that's the point, okay? So that's for equipment, my conclusion for Reno. So one thing that's really good from Reno is of course his Thunder, Earth and Wind Imperil. And like I said, he is probably, from what I can remember right now, okay, the only AoE tech chainer we have. Okay, so pretty good. And yes, his STMR, I can say that it is nice accessory maybe for your tanker or your support, because sure, it is not 100%, but 90% fatal damage protection is still very nice. Yes, it's when held above 50%, but again, I think the enemy doesn't care about your health. Basically, on this game, it's from full to dead. So yes, I believe it's still useful. Okay, if you know what I just said, okay, sorry for blabbering, but I can say that his breaks are nothing special at this point. You can still use him, 84% or descent, and it is easily spammable. So yes, you can still use him, but yes, I don't think for veteran players you lack buffer. Okay, for me, I have Lorraine, which is pretty good as an attacker and breaker, and King Bradley also for breaker, DPS, and provoker and Cacteria. So really guys, right now we have lots of good breaker, which make Reno doesn't seem special, but still, like I said, it is perfectly usable, 84% all stats. And another thing I don't like is the weird equipment. Suddenly mace and then fist for mage, okay? So yes, it's really hard to gear him. That's my opinion for him. But maybe that's not that important, because I believe for most players, he is only used on this Final Fantasy VII Remake event, okay? Because, yeah, he can break the enemy, so, yeah, you can deal awesome damage to the enemies, so you don't need to have nice gear to farm if you are newbie players. Okay, so that's all for Reno. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Private Sphere. Bye bye guys!